very lucky to speak on his behalf today. Kelsey, you look amazing. I love the dress. Totally suits
Calm
you.
down, boy.
Also, Brooke, Bonnie, love the black. You look really good. One of the three girls is single, just FYI. So I'll let you fellas figure out which one it is, but please be charming. Anyway, Jamal, I was going to make a joke about your hairline, but you're wearing a hat, but it's probably better you just keep the hat on. So I happened to be at a wedding last weekend, and I got to tell you, I felt really bad for the best man. The guy was just a total stand-up guy, and you couldn't really say anything mean about him. You all know Jamal, he's the sweetest man alive. But, thankfully for us, he's done a lot of dumb shit. So, there's definitely some things we can say about him. So we've got a few stories in a series I call The Adventures of Jamal. So, The Adventures of Jamal, Part 1. Jamal loves fire. Our story begins in the glory days of fireworks, back when the legal age to purchase them was only 14. I don't know who in the government thought it was a good idea to let 14-year-old boys buy fireworks. But anyway, Jamal, being the handy guy that he is, would make a bomb case out of wood at school. And then would stuff them with fireworks, gunpowder, maybe petrol sometimes. Go down to the park and see how big of an explosion we could create. We never did anyone's letterbox or damaged any property. We just wanted to, make a big bang. In Jamal's defense, it was a team effort, and all of the Kapiti boys here were involved in the process. Luckily, they've all got their limbs and eyes still. But I think Jamal's proudest moment with fire was as an 11-year-old boy, playing with matches one very dry summer. He accidentally this is a true story, set the local Christian camp on fire. Fire trucks and all. No people or buildings were hurt. But maybe it's a good thing you're getting married on a farm and not in the church. He still loves fire, but you'll be pleased to know he keeps it to the fireplace these days. The Adventures of Jamal Part 2. Jamal loves drinking. Everyone knows this about Jamal already. But as young teenagers, Zach, Jamal and I were heading to the Kapiti Guy Fawkes display. Now for those who are unacquainted, this is like a teenage binge drinking kind of ritual. It's where you go once a year to get smashed and but yeah, Zach and I were pretty inexperienced with alcohol, but we had Jamal with us, and 13-year-old Jamal, so wise, so experienced with alcohol, he'd know exactly how much we need to drink. We secretly stole 800 mils of my dad's whiskey in a Powerade bottle, and the three of us eyed the bottle carefully. We looked at it, we're like, okay, 800 mils, that's surely not enough for the three of us. So then we kind of had the big brain move, like, okay, Zach and Jamal are going to half it. So they half this, 400 mils of whiskey each. Got it down in about an hour. Obviously that went amazingly well. Zach was having so much fun, he couldn't make it home on his bike. And then Jamal rode off, got lost, and got taken home by a lovely policeman. On the ride home, he was so grateful for the ride that he left half a bottle of spirits in the back seat of his car, all regurgitated up. Needless to say, Jamal still loves to party, and you probably have a fun story or two involving him. But he tends to behave himself since he met Kelsey. The Adventures of Jamal, Part 3. Jamal loves his friends. So we've got Zach, Jaden, Ollie, Rich, Michael. We all met when we were 10 years old. The kid from South Auckland with no shoes on. We all live within walking distance of each other in Waikanae, and it was really paradise for boys growing up. There were bikes, dirt jumps, swimming pools, rivers, skate parks, paintball. We made the most of the place. Later on in college, that group doubled with the likes of the Shawns and Ethan Giddy, who are here today. That friend group has remained for 20 years, and at the centre of it is Jamal. You see, if you talk to Jamal about the people in his life, he's literally more grateful than anyone I know. But I think he hardly gives himself enough credit for what he brings to them. You could see it on display yesterday when Jamal turned up to the motel, and just see how excited everybody was to see him. Everyone from my mother to Ollie's mother, my brothers. And let's talk a bit about why that is. So Jamal was very positive and easygoing.